Good morning, my dear students. We are studying about the incentives, and we studied that they can be divided into two categories, that is financial incentives and non-financial incentives. And we studied about the financial incentives such as pay and allowances, productivity linked wage incentives, bonus, profit sharing, co-partnership or stock option, and retirement benefit and perquisites. So these are the financial incentives, and we also studied about the non-financial incentives. So non-financial incentives are the type of incentives which are cannot be measured in terms of money. So financial incentives are the types of incentives which can be either given in the form of money or the things which can be measured in terms of money. And non-financial incentives are the type of businesses or type of incentives which are not measured in terms of money. And we have studied few of these incentives, that is status. The status is the position of the employee in the organization. We studied about the organizational climate. So what is the environment of the organization where we are working in, and that can give a level of satisfaction to the employees. Career advancement opportunities, where we can get facilities for the growth of the employees. So these points we have already studied. Next point of non-financial incentives that we have to study is about job enrichment. Job enrichment. Job enrichment means increasing the importance of work, such as a job should have authority, responsibility and wide scope for challenges. There should be a need for higher knowledge and experience. The opportunity for personal development should be available. There should be absolute freedom to take decisions. The employees feel proud of getting such a job. Thus, job enrichment enhances people's interest in their work and they start getting motivated automatically. So, job enrichment means that it refers to increase the importance of the job. So if we are working a job, and if it is a very regular job, very common job, and there is no much thrill in doing these kinds of job, then people may lose interest in doing the job. See, every day, like if a teacher job is there, every day coming and teaching teaching with the same type of topics. But see, like when there are some situations comes, like we have sometimes like this coronavirus problems and all are there, so where we are unable to conduct the class. So normal class is going on, then there are no issue that the students are coming, teachers are also coming, and we can teach, take the classes, we can understand the student and talk to them, understand the needs of them, and such a way we may maintain a good relationship with the customers or students and keep on going like that. So there are no much complications, but some kind of situations comes in the life that we are unable to expect. So like last year, when like a few years back, if you were like when we were studying and all, there was not any chance or any kind of situation was not there, or we have never expected that like the school will be closed for many months or even for years like that, and we will be we will be having our classes at home, sitting in our home and attending the classes like live class or even video class, all these things. And see, because of the advancement in the technology, these things are made possible now. Like in our society, everybody is having a mobile phone, and internet facilities are there, or video recording and teleconferencing or video conferencing. All these type of facilities are available in our time. But imagine if it was in our time when we were studying in the school. In our time, there was not even mobile phone, also was not available for almost every children. Even the teachers were not having a mobile phones, and students, their parents maybe like some land phone may be there, but it is not possible to conduct a class or things like that. So now as like these Android phones and sending messages, WhatsApp, Facebook, all these type of applications or website, all these things were not much familiar with the people. The computers and other type of things were there, but the students or people were not much aware of all these type of things. So if there was a situation in our time for such kind of situation was there, so we could not have conducted, or there was no any possibility of conducting the classes. But now we have some facilities, some kind of like facilities are available, technologies are available for improving ourselves. So when we face such kind of problems, so we think about how we can improve this one, or how we can do the teaching method. So this is a kind of challenging. Now that job becomes a little more challenging. Or imagine that if you are working in a factory where the employees are working, and every day you go and you do the routine job, daily continuous job if you are doing, people will get tired of doing the same job again and again. So there should be some like job enrichment, some change in the job should be there, some kind of importance. So we need to have some importance for the job. So there is like a such job should have. So what are the features required for a job enrichment? So that is what is given here. So the first point is that authority, responsibility, and wide scope for challenges. So we should have a little more freedom. Authority should be there, responsibility should be there, and a wide scope for challenges. So we may have to face some challenges, some risky situations are there in the life or in the business that we do, and we overcome these kinds of problems by taking some risk. Okay, so in such situations we may be using our ability to face these kinds of problems, risk, and achieve our objectives. There should be a need for higher knowledge and experience. So sometimes there may be like if we are teaching in the traditional way, or regular keep on going in the same method that we are using. So there is no challenge or any new knowledge is not there. So like the syllabus, if we are using, like imagine that I have been teaching in the school for 7 years, and the same, almost the similar type of topic that we are teaching. So, but there are sometimes the CBSE makes some changes in the method that they are doing. So sometimes their exam method is getting changed. Sometimes they are adding some new topics. Sometimes they are removing some topics, and sometimes like this method of teaching will be changing. Like now we are taking like a normal class. Sometimes normal class will be there. Sometimes online class will be there. Sometimes like a video recorded class will be there. So different methods are used, so that we need to update ourselves. We have to, the teachers or the people, those who are working, also need to improve their knowledge and their experience. So these kind of things are kind of new experiences. So we never thought of such kind of experiences. For even children also, they never thought of sitting at our home and studying. So, but now we have some kind of challenges, some phases, new experiences, new method of knowledge, or all these type of things will be there. The opportunities for personal development should be available. So there should be opportunities for the personal development of the person. Like if we are doing, like imagine that we are studying in our school, and along with that we are conducting the assembly. Okay, so when you conduct the assembly, there is a chance for personal development. For teachers also, their teachers, they come and present some programs or some things like that, or even arranging, like imagine that class teachers, like imagine that if we are having a common program, so we appoint some people. There are some like LCA teachers are there, they will be organizing the program, they will be conducting the program, and other teachers need not worry about all these type of things. But when such kind of, even though it is a small program, but the class teachers have to prepare the students, arrange the programs, make them ready. By doing this one, their experience, their personal development can be made. So by doing some different activities, so improvement in our activities that we do, personal development is made possible. Like students also will be getting a chance to come on the stage and present ourselves, and like doing the anchoring of the program, and organizing the program, arranging the program, delivering a speech, delivering a poem, delivering a song, or these kinds of things will help us to develop ourselves. So personal development of a person is made possible. And when we are doing the job in the organization also, when we do in a company, so the job also should give us some opportunities to develop ourselves. So personal development is made available. There should be absolute freedom to take decisions. So there should be some amount of freedom should be there. Imagine that if you are working in an organization and all the decisions are made by the managers, and they are telling us to do these things in that desired manner. So we feel very much boring in the doing of the job. So we have no possibility to do any changes in the or our own talents cannot be used, or if our own methods cannot be used. So in such a situation, the people or the employees will not be satisfied. But when a freedom is given for the employees to make decisions, sometimes in some organizations they provide freedom to the employees to make decisions. So they give a chance for the employees, so they have full freedom. What they have to achieve the target, but whatever means that they want to use, that they can use. So in such a situation, these people will feel very much happy to work in such kind of organization where they get a lot amount of freedom. Okay, so these employees feel proud of getting such a job. So if we are having all these features are there in the job where we are doing, so we will be very much happy to do such a job. Thus, job enrichment enhances people's interest in their work and they start getting motivated automatically. So if you imagine that the work that we are doing is already showing a credit to the person. Like imagine if we are able to do the program in a successful manner, so it is a credit for the person. So what happens is that the person will be ready to work hard and make make the program in a successful manner. Like imagine that if different classes are there and if assembly is to be conducted, so it is a credit for the teacher that like today's assembly is to be conducted very nicely. So if we have to say that others are telling that, so if when we organize this one, it is a credit for the teacher, and for that purpose the teacher will be working hard and he feel satisfaction in the job that he is doing. So for that he will be very efficiently working hard for the success of the program or the things that he is doing. So such a way the job become more live. So he will become very happy to do the job. He will be very much energetic and enthusiastic for doing the job. Okay, so that is about the job enrichment. The next type of incentive, that is employee recognition programs. Every employee wishes to be considered as an important part of the organization. It means that he should have his own identity and he should appear to be distinctive. So imagine every human beings in this world are distinctive, very special, and we want to get a recognition, respect and reputation from others. So like imagine that if somebody, when you are doing something and imagine that you are presenting a speech and all the students or your companions are there, so they come and congratulate you and telling you that you have done a very nice job, you have prepared the speech very nicely and it was very nice. Okay, when you hear this sentence, you feel very much happy or excited. Or when you get an award, like imagine that you are getting a prize for the dance and you have done a very nice dance and you got first prize or second prize or third prize or whatever may be the prize that you have. So, and you are receiving this trophy or certificate and all these with you. Or imagine that your name is announced in the assembly that you have got this particular prize. So all the students, all the other companions, they will gather together and they will be telling to you that you have done a good job, or you are carrying this trophy. And imagine if you are going back to your home and telling to your parents or to your relatives and friends, everyone about that, I have got this prize. So this is a very happy moment for every person, isn't it? So in our life, these are the things that we experience, so these kinds of happiness that we are getting. For example, when I was very small, when I was studying in 7th class, I participated in a pencil drawing competition and I got the first prize in the school. Then after that I went for district level and I got first prize in the district level, and after that I participated in the state level and I got a grade for the state level competition. So after coming that, so I was just an average student and just doing some drawing and all, but I never knew that I have never gone for any coaching classes or anything like that. But when I participated, when I succeeded in this one, I was very much happy, and that students or my companions, friends, teachers, all they started congratulating me. So even before that, I was just thinking that, oh, I am a very extrovert type person and I am not able to do any special activities or something like that. So such kind of feeling was there. But when we get some kind of recognition, we feel very much excited and we feel happy to do the job in a nice manner. So this kind of motivation can be given. So when you are doing any job, imagine that if you are doing a good job, and when some your seniors and so on, when they give you a recognition, so you feel very happy and you feel enthusiastic to do the job. So this is that called employee recognition program. So such kind of programs has to be arranged by the companies. Some of the examples are given below which helps in the employees recognition. So there are some examples given here which are the helps in the employee recognition. So first one, congratulating the employee for good work performance. Imagine that if an employee has done a great job, so that manager or the team leader will be calling that person, and just among the students, among the other employees, he will be calling, and he will be telling that he has done this job and congratulating. So that congratulations, some few words enough. So that itself will be a very great motivation. Imagine in our class, if a student has done a good job, so we just, if a teacher is coming and just calling out the name of that person and congratulating, and all the students are clapping, or these things are very much excitement for that person. So that person will be very much delighted in that situation, and it will give him a motivation, and not only for that person, but it will be a motivation for others also. Because imagine if another person is getting such a position, imagine if a person is getting the first position in the class or full mark in the class, so we congratulate that person, and that will be a motivation for other people also to come to that position. So he will be getting a feeling that I should also be in such a position, I should also get congratulated by the teacher, I should do something so that I will be congratulated by the teacher. So this will be a motivation for that person. Displaying employees' achievement on the information board and publishing them in the news magazines of the organization. Okay, so there will be, like in our school, there are plenty of notice boards kept there, and when see like the prizes of these students or those who have achieved some prizes, those list of prizes will be displayed on the notice board. So when you see that your name appears in the notice board, imagine that if you are working in a company and you have achieved, so the achievers of this month, so such kind of a list is there displayed on the notice board. So this will give you a very higher amount of satisfaction. So people, those who are working in the organization, they will be having a feeling of getting their name displayed in the notice board of the organization, or these organizations and all their business, they will have their own like news magazines and so on will be there. So like our school is having a school magazine is there. So sometimes when you participate in the competition, that prize list and so on is displayed in that. So your photo will be appearing in the news or that magazine, and you will be very much happy to see your photo displayed, printed in the magazine, or your name comes in the magazine. So you have made an article, and your article will appear in the magazine. So this will be giving you a higher level of satisfaction. So such kind of things can give satisfaction to the employees also. Awarding certificates of merit at the ceremonial function of the organization for better work performance. Some organizations, they organize like best performer award or some certificates for achieving the target, or some showing some great achievements. So for that, the people, those who have achieved a great amount of targets or great achievements, so those people, students, people will be called, and they will be given a certificate of merit or some trophy or some awards will be given. So this and their photos and all will be coming and displaying. All these type of things will be also giving a motivation to the employees. So employees, those who are working in the organization, they will be getting motivated. They will be having a satisfaction to continue their work in the same level, and it will give motivation to others that they also feel like to work in that same manner and get such kind of awards and certificates. Presenting mementos, some kind of mementos, some awards and some kind of mementos and all are gifted, some gift or trophies, some things are given. So that will also give motivation to the employees. Honoring for offering valuable suggestions. Some kind of employees, when they give some kind of valuable suggestions, some suggestions given by the employees may be appreciated by the, for that they will be given some awards, and also sometimes the suggestion that has been given by the employee may lead to the success of the organization. So because of that, and if the company will recognize that contribution given by the employee, so this will motivate other employees also to give suggestions. So they will be feeling free to next time if a chance is given for them to give any suggestion. So this will motivate the others also to give suggestions. So this will help them in motivating themselves. So these are the different types of, not only these are some examples, there can be different other means of also to recognize the employees. So these are employee recognition programs. Then next type of non-financial incentive is that job security. Job security is an important non-monetary motivator. Security of job means a feeling of permanence and stability. For example, if an employee has a sense of fear or insecurity in his mind that he can be removed from his job at any time, he will never work wholeheartedly, and this worry continues troubling him. On the other hand, if he has a feeling that his job is secure and permanent and he cannot be removed from his job easily, he will work without any worry and with an easy mind. Consequently, his efficiency increases. This is the reason why people prefer a permanent job with less salary to a temporary job with more salary. So job security is another important factor that a person is in his life is willing to have. If you are working, imagine that most of the time people, they don't want to work in the private sector. It is because of the job security. Imagine that if you are working in a private sector, normally in the private sector they provide good salary, but there is no job security. If you are working in a bank and your position is very much high, but imagine that if you are unable to, if you make a mistake or if you cannot achieve the target, sometimes they will send you out at any time. So if there is any financial crisis or any kind of problems are there, so at that time the employees may send you out. Imagine that like this lockdown situation was there, and many of the companies, they had to close the working, so they were not in a profitable stage, and they had sent out their employees like in our school, but they maintained all the teachers, they did not send out any teachers and so on. So this feeling is there. Imagine that the school was going under a crisis, going under a complicated situation, but they maintained the employees. So this will give a satisfaction feeling to the employees who are working. Imagine even the parents are not paying many of the parents were not paying the fees, and the school was not having sufficient amount of fund, but also at least some money the school was able to pay to the teachers, and they maintained the employees. But some private schools, you might have heard in your locality and all, there are some schools where these teachers were sent out and the school had to be closed. The parents are not paying and the school is not having fund to pay the salary to the employees, so they send out the employees. So imagine that if such a situation, if we are facing the coronavirus and such kind of complicated situations are there, and at that time if we are losing our job and if we are unable to work, so such kind of situation is there, then they will feel all the more worried. So if in our organization where we are working, imagine when we are facing the problem, so even though the company is facing a problem but they maintain the employees, we get a job security, then we feel so much satisfaction. But see, imagine the government employees, government teachers are there or government employees are there, so they have no worries, because whatever may be the problem, if corona is there or lockdown is there or if the school is closed or business is closed, whatever happens, they will get their salary. So, and their job is permanent. They are not going to lose any job and they will be getting the salary. So there is no any kind of problem or any risk is not there. So these kinds of feeling will give them more satisfaction. Imagine that if you are working in an organization where there is a job security is there, even if the salary is little less, but if the job security is there, then we feel happy to work in such kind of institution, and we will be feeling more happy to spend our dedication or work with full dedication. Imagine that it's like a school is closed, but if the school is telling us to continue take the like online class, so we are happy to do, because we know that even if any kind of complications are there, but the school will maintain the staff and they take care of the staff. So these kinds of feeling attachment towards the organization will be there, and this will motivate the employees to do in a work with wholeheartedly to the organization for the development of the success of the organization. The next one is called as employee participation. Employees get encouraged to notice their participation in managerial works. Therefore, they offer their full cooperation in making successful the policies prepared with their help. So when any decision is to be made, some organizations they get a consultation from the employees for making such kind of decisions. So if any decision is made with the consultation of the employees, asking them the suggestions of the employees, and based on the suggestions of the employees, if any decision is made by the organization, so the employees will be motivated to work more happily, because they know that this is our suggestion, and if this suggestion is not going to be successful, then we are responsible for it. So they have to work hard and to prove that what our suggestion has given was successful. So that will give help the employees to work wholeheartedly for the success of the organization. The next one is called employee empowerment. Employees empowerment means giving the employees more freedom to take decisions. When the decision making power of the employees increases, they consider that they are doing some important work in the organization. This feeling motivates them. So employee empowerment means that giving more freedom to the employees for making the decisions. So sometimes in some kind of job, the employees have to be given, each and every instruction has to be given to them, and they don't have a freedom to take any decision. So in such a kind of organization, the employees will not be feeling happy to work. But in some kind of organizations where they provide little more freedom, so the freedom is given to the employees for making the decisions, so they will be allowed to decide according to their will. So in such kind of organization, the employees will be feeling more happy to work, because they can make decisions according to their will. Like for example, like in Google, it is a kind of company where the like working hours are decided by the employees. They don't have any fixed time when they have to do the job, when they have to start the job, when they have to stop the job. Any fixed time is not there. So the working hours are decided by the employee. Some employees are happy to work, sleep in the morning. So they sleep, they get up maybe at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and they come to the job at 10 o'clock, no problem, anytime they can start their job. And they work, but the work that is given to them has to be completed. That is the only condition is there. Okay, so a task is given to them, and a particular time is there given for completing their task, and within that time they have to complete the task. But what time they have to do this job, that they can be decided. Anytime they can do the job, anytime they can do that. So that depends on the, so according to the will of the employee, there will be some people, if a person is ready to work in the afternoon, then they can do that. If they are, some people are happy to work in the morning, some people they have a habit of getting up early in the morning and working whatever may be the job that they have to do. Some people are not interested to get up early in the morning, but they are ready to work in the evening. Some are ready to work in the night. So according to their will, they can make the decisions, whatever may be the suitable time for them, they can work. So according to their will, this freedom is given to the employees. So when the freedom is given, it is there, it will become the responsibility of the employees to make this successful. So the task is given to them that they have to do it, complete it. Imagine that if they are unable to perform the task, or if they are not completing the task on the given time, then this freedom may be cancelled. So because of that, they will somehow try to work and complete their task. So that company will not motivate that person to do this one in this fixed time. But in some organization, there is a fixed time is given. Like imagine that in the school and all, there is like a fixed time is there. Imagine that 8 o'clock class begins, and just before 8 o'clock we have to come. and if we are coming late, then some salary will be deducted or some fine is charged. All these type of things are there. So then sometimes these people may feel not happy to work in such kind of institution where they have so much strict timing and all is there. So early morning, if we have to come, and it is like a foggy situation is there, and we are unable to get up in the morning and come to the school. So such kind of problems may be there. But some places, like see now we are having online classes, and earlier we were having a fixed periods where and now there is a freedom for us to like recorded classes are there. Class can be attended at any time according to our wish. But there is also a restriction that it is like the classes has to be watched, and we have to study. So this becomes our responsibility. Freedom is given to you, so you can make use of the freedom. But when you make use of the freedom, you should see to it that it is our responsibility to study. Yes, you know. So there is nobody to watch you, nobody to go behind you, come behind you and tell you that you study. All these things are not there. So, but we have to understand that it is our responsibility. It is the only way that we have to do it. Yes, you know. So like recently I have met a few of our older students who studied in the last year. So then they were telling us that when we were here, they were not that much feeling comfortable in the way that we have to study. So we need to study, we have to do these things. But now they understand that these things are very much essential, because they face and they are not getting the chances to go to the school, or because of the lockdown they are unable to study. All these problems are there, and the teachers are not giving any online class or anything are not there. So they are facing it very much difficult. So whenever chances are given, we have to make use of it in a nice manner. So these are the different non-financial incentives, and we have studied so far. We have studied about financial as well as non-financial incentives. So you may go through it and try to understand these topics. Okay, thank you so much.